All right, gentlemen, we are back with the Young Guns. Stand 'em up and crash. How we doing today, boys?
I'm doing good, my Roger. Thank you.
Finally, a card to look forward to. No card last weekend, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah, and the
Hey,
best part is that the main card is solid.
very solid. And the Dana White Contender Series card this week was so good as well, man. I'm telling you guys, like for Pedro as well. If you don't enjoy the UFC cards the last few weeks, you should watch the Dana White Contender Series, bro, because those fights always deliver, bro. I'm telling you, always.
Our boy Stand 'em Up is a warrior. He's waking up in the middle of the night here in Europe just to watch Contender Series.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
next level, brother.
for sure, bro. But it's worth it, bro. I'm telling you, it's worth it.
Was there
So,
any fight that competes with Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady?
I hope not. I hope this one's better than the Contender Series, but I think this has potential to be a snooze fest. But with Gilbert Burns, it's always a good fight.
he's gonna make it crazy. I don't think it could be a snooze fest at all. But yeah, shall we break down this matchup a little bit?
Yeah. I think that these guys are like similar to each other. Like the Jiu-Jitsu is great. It's very good, very high level. Some say that Sean Brady has the best grappling in MMA, and of course that's his teammate Joe Pyfer saying this.
Exactly.
Like if he takes you down, like you won't be able to stand up. But also, of course, we know Gilbert Burns, one of the best BJJ practitioners in the UFC right now. He got mounted by Damien Maya, but got out of it right away. Uh, Damien wasn't able to control him at all. So you can see that he's a really high level BJJ practitioner. I would give the striking to Burns personally. I think he's tougher as well. Sean Brady is a little more clean, but his striking defense doesn't seem to be there. So it's a close fight to me. What do you guys think?
Brady, he really impressed me in the recent match he had with Craig Jones. He actually went to a decision in the match with Craig Jones and got the win. That's really impressive because like Craig Jones is one of those grapplers who's really slippery and he'll find the submission from wherever. And the fact that he survived it, I feel like he's not like a massive submission guy. He has great control, amazing top pressure. The back on this dude, he looks like a little ninja turtle with that back. So you know the strength is there 100%. Gilbert, in the last few years, you haven't seen him like take advantage of his jiu-jitsu much. But I still feel like this guy is a world champion in jiu-jitsu. Like it will be close in the grappling department. I feel like Brady will be much stronger because Gilbert is not a big welterweight at all. I also see the striking going to Gilbert, but it's not going to be the technical striking. He's going to go like for explosive shots, like trying to catch Brady. And I don't. How do you feel like Brady does with big shots? Do you like his chin, or did the Bilal loss make you change his mind make you change your mind a little bit?
So he didn't get knocked out, right? He
Yeah.
got TKO'd because he got tired. So the chin isn't bad, but honestly, like me with chins, like sometimes like I see somebody get knocked out, I'm like, oh, he has the worst chin in the world, and then next fight, like he takes shots from Francis Ngannou and he's fine. So I don't know, man. Like with chins, it's weird.
I think that
So
comes
yeah,
from a level of volume versus power, right? When you look at the way Bilal fought Brady, the power might not have been there, but what Brady didn't like was timing. So when Bilal would throw 1 to 2 shots, the thing about that fight is you could see Brady not really gaining any like advantage in the timing of throwing a strike. So it's like line up, try to throw, boom, get hit. So that forward pressure and the way that Bilal throws combos, it almost seemed like Brady just didn't have an opportunity to return. So to answer the question, he might have a pretty good chin, but he seems like one of those guys where his striking is determined by how well he can time his own shots. And if there's a guy on the other end that can either counter really well or that can throw punches and combos, like a lot of the double jab straight, like very volume size, not a lot of power type of combos, that slows him down more because it seems like that's when he's backing up. That's when he's starting to bleed. That's when he's unable to find any real success on the feet. You know what I mean?
yeah. And in that fight against Bilal, you could see in the first minute or two, he was actually having success in his striking. He had the nice jab, nice 1-2. But once he realized that he couldn't get the takedowns on Bilal, that's where the problem really started. Once Bilal realized it as well, like, hey, this guy can't take me down, I'll just unload on him and get him out of there. I think that's where the problems occur for Brady. But I'm not sure if Burns has that type of takedown defense. I feel like he's fairly easy to take down on the elite level, but like holding him down and not being in danger, I feel like that's where the problem lies there.
For some reason, I have a feeling this could be just a striking matchup. You know what happens? Like grapplers meet, it's a boxing style fight, and when strikers meet, it turns into wrestling, like Alex Pereira versus Izzy in the first fight. But you know what scares me? Gilbert is 38 years old. People forget about this, and momentum is a big thing. Like this scares me. 2-fight losing streak, like the Bilal fight, we know like he was doing very well until the shoulder injury, but the Jack Del Medellana also he was doing so well. I thought he would have gotten the decision going in until that happened, until the knee came. You know, it's so unfortunate. But I want to check Brady's history. So yeah, he got the loss and then he got a comeback win. He manhandled our boy Kevin Gastelum, brother.
Bro, it was crazy because like Kelvin went down to welterweight and everybody's thinking, oh yeah, this is the new Kelvin. Oh, he's gonna be looking so good because he looked okay at middleweight the last fight or two. So everybody thought, like, now this is his time, and then he got killed by Sean Brady, bro.
Brady is a horrible matchup for him, though.
For sure. For sure. But I thought personally, oh, all right, Kelvin is a wrestler, good striking. He's short, kind of the same guy like Bilal, but he got dominated. I feel like Sean Brady looked much better there than against Bilal. Against Bilal, he showed terrible takedown offense. Against Gaslam, he looked much more comfortable on the feet as well. So it's kind of weird, but like you said, man, he's 38. I think for me that's where the problem lies. And we've seen there's a stat that if somebody is 6 years or older than his opponent, he loses 66% of the time. And I feel like this is the exact type of fight where this happens again. I feel like Brady will become better where Burns is, he's stagnating.
Bro, it hurts me to say it. Shall we give our final predictions?
Well, I just want to defend Gilbert in
Go
one
ahead.
area. I
Go
think
ahead.
one of the most misleading stat for Gilbert is that wrestling defense. When you look on UFC stats, it shows that his wrestling, his takedown defense is 50%. You go through his fights, in the last 10 fights, dating back 5 years, only 2 fighters have taken this man down. Do you know who they are?
Thumbs up.
Shemaev and Damian Maia. That's it. So for me, when I'm looking at this fight, that's how I start to gauge things. It's really hard to play MMA math, but one thing you can do is ask yourself, Gilbert Burns clearly got better as a wrestler over the course of his career, coming in as a BJJ guy. And I think training with like the Michael Chandlers and the Usmans of the world at the gym that keeps changing names, which I think now is Killcliff, that's a good team to be with when that's what you're trying to learn. So I think the best version of Burns can have a really good chance in this fight because if it stays standing, I think that's where he has his best chance.
I mean,
It won't be the best version, though. That's the problem.
100%. But the one thing that you can say about Gilbert Burns is what he's learned till now is keeping him in fights like the JDM fight that we just watched. That was a good showing in a fight where if you go based on hype, all the casuals and the newer fans were thinking that was going to be a washed Burns. JDM's going to make a statement for title contention or number 1 contender. But it was a good fight.
100%. And I feel like if Gilbert pulls a win here, it's really impressive because Brady is a monster, bro. And I feel like he's right back up there in title contention.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
After what he did to the champ, he was doing well, and then the shoulder was gone. But so yeah, final predictions. I'll definitely lean. Unfortunately, I'll lean to Brady's side. Even though I'll be rooting for my boy Gilbert always. The jiu-jitsu guys, you know what it is. My bride. But yeah, brother. Let's see. Maybe Gilbert pulls it off. I don't know.
The only reason I have to go with Brady is I have faith in the Gilbert skill. It's just for how good he might need to be against Brady to find a finish. I think that's going to be the toughest part. I really think that Brady's going to be able to ride him out for 3 rounds and just make it tough for him.
I agree with Suraj here that it isn't necessarily a skill sets thing, but it's just the age. I feel like Brady has the momentum, Burns just simply doesn't. So I'm going with Brady. It might be domination, but one thing, by the way, Brady, his gas tank is something to look out for. But I'm expecting him to win here.
First time going 5
I mean,
rounds,
from a
no?
betting perspective, oh yeah, 100%. And there is, I think, serious value. Do you guys remember how Jack Hermanson fought Joe Pyfer? Funny enough, Pyfer's the guy that comes up. But if you were betting live and you were watching this fight, and you see that there's 0 success for Brady to get this fight to the ground, and maybe the volume isn't really there, because that's the only way that I think he gets Burns, right? It's going to be spamming takedowns or volume striking. If he's playing like a boxing style fight with Burns for 5 rounds, I mean, if Burns is taking this fight seriously, there's a real dog shot there.
I agree. Like Pedro said, this is his first time 5 rounds, and he tired against Chiesa, terrible look, and he tired so bad against Bilal as well. So that's really something to look at there.
So boys, that's our
I
prediction.
think one of the best
Oh,
bets. I'm going to just throw in a best bet. Value-wise, Burns to finish. I mean, if we're looking at numbers, Burns to finish might look good over
betting
5
man
rounds.
himself, value-wise. I love this. This is a betting term always.
Value, baby. That you got it. You got to find those numbers. And if anyone can do it, Burns can do it, baby.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. So
think
that's our
this is
prediction
it.
for this main event. We have a John Jones videos to record, and I'm scratching. I need to talk bad. I have to say bad things about him. So let's go.
I'm
All
in
right,
goat
guys.
mode, baby.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.